Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Untitled, and today I'm bringing you guys another build for you guys. This is the Lightning Monk. We are in patch 2.0.5, in case you're just wondering what patch we're in. This is a Lightning Monk build, probably one of my favorite Lightning monks. I haven't really dabbled much into the Fire Monk, but I hear it's a lot of fun as well, which is something I'll probably end up doing in the future. I have been saving some gear like Indario's Visage and Burning Axe of the Sankeys and stuff like that. But right now, I'm having fun with this Lightning Monk, and so in this guide here, I'll be going over my skills, I'll be going over my build, as well as my paragon levels, and maybe even go through a little test here with killing some monsters, some elite packs. I use this build here on Torment 3. I can do Torment 4 with a little bit of struggle. I think it's mainly because my life is very, very low. Excuse me. And I'll be leaving a lot of links in the description. My armory timestamp, so if you want to skip the skill build, you can skip that and go right to the next section. Or if you want to skip the gear, you can just click that and it'll skip right to it, or skip past it. And of course, like I said, my armory will also be down in the description. Another reason for if you decide to skip the armor section or the gear section, you can just click that link and get a closer in-depth detail of my monk. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go right into the skills and passives. We're going to start off here with Deadly Reach. We have Scattered Blows as our rune. This is a fantastic one. You can play around with this if you'd like, but I use this because it procs my bracers, my strong arm bracers, which increases my damage by like 27% whenever I knock back an enemy. And the knock up on Deadly Reach, Scattered Blows, whatever, actually procs that. So, and then not only that, but there's also Mythic Rhythm, which also procs after the third hit. So, you know, the combination of increased damage of my next spirit spender by 40%, plus the 27% from my strong arm bracers, you know, that's what, 67% extra damage whenever I use my Lashing Tail Kick. So, pretty fucking fantastic. Not only that, but you can also combo all that with Mantra Conviction, which I'll get into when I get down to the mantras. But anyways, so it's a great step, a great lightning primary generator, spirit generator for you guys. Again, you can play around. You can go Fists of Thunder, Thunderclap, which is actually pretty decent. Wave 100 Fists is pretty good too. I think it's Fist. Here we go. Hands of Lightning is really, really good with it as well. It's like, you know, boom, 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 really, really fast. Single target though. That's the only problem why I don't like it. So if you come up with some kind of build for lightning where your main attack is AoE, you can use this as your main attack, your single attack, I don't know. But those are your options. I prefer Deadly Reach with, of course, Scattered Blows. So moving on, we have Sweeping Wind here with Cyclone Standard. In my opinion, it just creates a little thing around me, damaging enemies within 10 yards. And then also, once I get the stack up to 3, which is maximum for it, it just lets out tornadoes, and it's great like small AoE DPS. If you want, you can change that for something like Exploding Palm. I think Exploding Palm with the Flesh is weak for more DPS. But anyways, moving on to the next one, we have Epiphany with Inner Fire. There's no good lightning one. You can use Ascendance, but it's pointless because it doesn't change all your damage to lightning, and all it does is stun enemies, which is what your your Lashing Tail Kick does anyways. So really, I find it kind of useless. Maybe that's just my opinion. But I use this just because it gets my spirit generation back up really, really fast, and it's a great, like, I guess, all around AoE DPS kind of thing. You know, it's also great like a spontaneous DPS burst, just boom, 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 real fast on elite packs. Kill any minions they have with them. If you're fighting a yellow, and if you're fighting a blue pack, you can just, you know, kill the other two while you're hitting one main one. But anyways, you can change that out for probably Exploding Palm would be your best bet if you prefer to have that. You can use Exploding Palm with, again, Flesh is weak, coupling that with everything else we've said, plus the Mantra Conviction with Overall. You'll be dishing out a shit ton of damage. You could probably, even with all that stacked up, you can probably be hitting about 40 mil crit. At least I can, anyways, with this set. But again, I like to play this way just because I like to play the more lazy way. I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about my mana and all that stuff, or my spirit rather. If I was to do that, I would probably get rid of Transcendence for, I forget what it's called now. If I shouldn't be using the mantra, that is, but I'll get to that anyway. I think it's Transcendence, or sorry, Chant of Resonance. Yeah, so it cuts my mantra cast in half. But anyways, moving on. Here's our main DPS guy right here. Our Lashing Tail Kick with Scorpion Sting, which does a shit ton of damage. As lightning makes the chance, and it gives us a chance to stun. 85% chance to stun for 1.5 seconds. So freaking beautiful. It's amazing. It only costs 30 spirit. Next is our Dashing Strike. We use this to get around. We don't use this for damage. There's two that you can use. I prefer Way of the Falling Star, which gives me 20% increased movement speed for 3 seconds after using Dashing Strike. Some people like to use Quicksilver, which increases the maximum charges to 3. I personally, like I said, prefer to use Way of the Falling Star, but you can use whatever the fuck you like. You can use that, and like I said, the main reason to use that is just to get around real fast. Again, this is another thing you can switch out if you prefer to just run everywhere and get some more extra DPS by using like Cyclone Strike to suck enemies in, or you can use it to more DPS by using Exploding Palm, so on and so forth. Now, moving on, I have Mantra of Healing with in time of need. I use this just to help with the resistances, so I can take more damage. If you don't need the resistance increase, you can go with Boon of Inspiration for the life on hit, and everything else on here I don't really recommend. I mean, if you want, you can increase your vitality by 10%, but it doesn't seem that necessary. But if you're comfortable with your resistances, your toughness, your life on hit, and all that stuff, you can go with Mantra of Conviction with Overall, which will then increase your damage by 16%. And when you cast it, it increases it. What is it? Increases it by 20% for 3 seconds. So that's a lot of added DPS. But like I said, I like to use Mantra of Healing in time of need just for the extra resistance and all that stuff. Going into the passives here, we have Transcendent, which every point of spirit heals you for X amount of life, and which is all determined on your health globe. Healing bonus. If you feel like you don't need it, there's a lot of things you can choose to replace that. Like I said, you can go Chant or Resonant, especially if you're using Mantra of Conviction with Overall, because you're going to be spamming that every 3 fucking seconds anyways. So it's always good to have that cut in half, because those things cost quite a bit. Like, it's 50 spirit to use. So getting that down to 25 is awesome. Perfect. You could go Exalted Soul, but I feel like that's not necessary. You can go with Guardian's Path again if you want to. Again, it's up to you. It's good, but at the same time, it's not bad. It's good, but probably not necessary is what I mean. If you're playing with a party, you find yourself in a party a lot, playing public matches or whatever, or public games or whatever, you can use Unity as well to replace this, which gives you increased damage by 5%. Up to a maximum of 20%, and has a 5% increased damage. So for every person that is affected by your mantra, pretty fucking good. If you ask me, an extra 20% damage, you're gonna be shooting at a lot of DPS. But other than that, I don't really see very much else that you could use that would be any good. You don't really need to reduce your cooldowns at all for this build. So, anyways, and of course I have CSC Initiative, which increases my armor by 30%. One with everything that just equals out my resistances to my highest resistance, and Mythic Rhythm, which increases my damage and my next damaging sphere spent by 40%. So like I said, everything I said there with Exploding Palm, Overall, your Deadly Reach proccing your Strong Arms, Mythic Rhythm, all that can get you, allows you to hit for so much damage. That would be like the high-end way to go if you want to be doing that. Again, like the way I play, I like to play very, very lazy. That's something where you have to make sure you're always on top of your spirit spending and getting your spirit back and blah 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 blah. So, anyways, that's it for the build here. We're gonna jump into the gear here. So, like I said, this is an elemental base build here, so we're going with lightning. So a lot of my gear here is going to have lightning damage, and it is essential. At least I find, anyways, it is essential for any build nowadays to be based on one elemental type, and then being boosted by your elemental skill damage. So, anyways, we're gonna start from top to bottom. We got Eye of the Storm. This is something that you're going to need as a monk. If you really wanted to, you can get Andaros Visage, and you have the fire damage. Well, and have the lightning damage on that. But just remember, you also take 5% extra fire damage. So that's why this is the preferred helm for monks. Obviously, only monks can use this, so if you're using a different class, Andaros Visage is what you're going to go for. For amulet, you can use any amulet that you want, as long as it has lightning damage on here. On it, I like Haunt of Axo just because the Shadow Clones do a lot. They do Cyclone Strike, they do Exploding Palm, I think they have a Sweeping Wind. And don't quote me on this, but they might have Mantra Conviction as well. So, you know, it adds a lot. These guys are really, really, really strong and really beneficial. And like I said, this is my preferred amulet. So I have lightning damage on it, dexterity, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. Nothing too basic, nothing too special. Again, you can have this with any amulet that you like. If there's another proc that you prefer, go ahead and use it. We have shoulders here. Now I have Spoldus of Zakar. This is not a necessary gear. There are a set piece. There are 4 set pieces that you need for this gear, for this set, which I unfortunately don't have. That's the only thing I'm missing, is the 4 pieces from our set, which I will link down in the description for you guys. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. I do apologize. I think it's Mantle of the Upside Down Monkey or something. I can't remember. But anyways, it's that set, and it gives you another additional 15% lightning damage. So, but this is what I'm using just because it saves me money. Anytime I die, if I die, I don't have to spend on repairs. So anyways, again, another optional piece. You can change it out completely, but there is the set piece that you can for the 15% elemental damage, again, which will be linked in the description. We have Shimizu's whatever. Again, it's just there because it's probably the better pieces that I found so far. So your bracers, you're going to want lightning damage, of course, dex, vitality, crit chance. If you have enough life, you can roll resistance or armor instead of vitality, but must are lightning damage, crit chance, and of course dexterity. I have gloves here. Gloves, kind of up to you. You can go with Fist of Thunder from that set that I was talking about with the shoulders and the chest piece. I think it is a 6-piece or 5-piece set. I think it's 6-piece. So you can choose any 4-piece you like. You can go Fist of Thunder, or you can go for some other gloves with a better proc. But I think I'm probably going with shoulders, chest, pants, and boots. If there are all that. I think so. Anyways, moving on. But I have Shrine of Gloves right now just because Shrine effects last for 10 minutes with crit chance, crit damage, and dexterity. I would prefer vitality, but I got kind of screwed up there. I got I think it was area damage, so I re-rolled it for crit chance. Otherwise, I probably would have rolled the armor for vitality. But anyways, again, Shrine effects last for 10 minutes, which allows me to grab like Empowered Shrines, Fleeting Shrines to help me farm a lot faster. Empowered Shrines, like fucking I can pop my Epiphany every 30 seconds and just destroy everything. Boom, 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 everything just drops. So that's why I like these gloves. I do have another set, like if I'm going for a DPS glove, I have this. It's not the one set you want, but generally if you're going for DPS, this is something that you would want. You want dexterity, attack speed, crit chance, crit damage, or you can go dexterity, vitality, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. Up to you guys. But I'm one of those people who are like, DPS. So anyways, another must that you need is Thunder God's Vigor, which has it's guaranteed lightning damage up to 15%. Then you have Dex, Vitality, and I do suggest rolling Resist All on it because this is the only belt that I'm aware of, anyways, that can roll double resistances. So as you can see here, I have perfect lightning resistance plus perfect resist all. That's 300 resistance to everything because of my passive one with everything. So blocking, dodging, or being hit causes you to discharge bolts of electricity that deal 124% weapon damage as lightning. So another elemental damage proc right there. Pretty freaking awesome. Let's move on to our ring. We have Stone, a motherfucking Jordan. It always rolls it always rolls a skill damage, and it always rolls an elemental skill damage, and it always rolls elite damage. So and it obviously always roll your main stat. So it'll roll something. I forget what I got on mine originally, but I just rolled it for crit chance. I haven't decided if crit chance is more valuable to me or crit damage. I'm still playing around with that. So I guess that's something you have to play with your build. If you feel like you have enough crit chance, maybe you hit 50%, 54, 60% crit chance. You don't need any more crit chance, and you can probably roll for that additional 50% crit damage. So the next ring I have is Lyric Signet. This is something that you can play around with yourself. This guy has no legendary proc on it. Right now I'm just kind of using it to level up because it has the bonus experience. I'm just using it to level up a little bit faster. But some suggestions would be the ring that I think it's hidden or heraldic caches only, the one that allows you to reduce your set number to gain the effects. So like for example, if some set item has a four set piece bonus, you can use that way you only need 3. And you can use that with the set piece that I was talking about, where it's, you know, your gloves, your shoulders, your chest armor, and your boots, or whatever. And that way you can run 3 and maybe find something that has decent proc on it. So pants, nothing good. Waiting for an upgrade. Again, like I said, set piece is what I need. That whole set, like I said, will be linked down in the description for you guys. So we have Dex, Vitality, Resist All, 2 sockets. You know, nothing too exciting about it. This is, like I said, this is just something I found. Haven't found anything better or worth keeping quite yet. So boots, again, same thing. You're going to want Lashing Tail Kick on here. You probably won't need movement speed, so you can probably get armor or resist all on here if you really like. If I don't know, can you get resist all? I don't know. But anyways, the one main thing that you are going to need is Lashing Tail Kick. Not sure if I remember that, mentioned that up here, but you are going to need Lashing Tail Kick on your Eye of the Storm as well. And getting that Lashing Tail Kick cost me 80 fucking million gold. So that's why I'm kind of broke right now. Anyways, moving on to our weapons, we have One Kim Lao. This is a monk 5th weapon that comes with lightning skill damage, which goes up to 25%. So I kind of got shafted on that, as you can see here. So it has dex, it has a socket, and I perfected the percent damage on it, which isn't too bad. So obviously, again, you're going to want a socket. That's a must. You want the crit hit damage. And then for the other weapon, I have Thunder Fear right now. I am looking for Shard of Hate. I hear Shard of Hate's a lot better, since the proc on here does not benefit from your elemental skill damage, which kind of sucks. So like right now it hits for 2-3 million or so. But you know, if I have something like Shard of Hate where the proc is affected by elemental skill damage, you'll be seeing me doing a shit ton of damage with it. Another option you can go for is Odin's Sun, because it gives another 20% elemental damage. And it has a little proc on it as well, which isn't that bad. Actually, I'm not sure if it benefits from the elemental damage. I would assume so, since it has elemental damage on it. But I think that's something that I'll have to test in the future, getting Odin's Sun and testing it, as well as Shard of Hate. My buddy just found Shard of Hate, so I kind of hate him right now. But that's it for the gear. So like I said, everything, my army will be linked in the description. The set piece and what I'm looking for will also be linked in the description, so you guys have some kind of basis to go off of if you decide to go with this build. Whew. Okay, so that's it for this build right now. Let's jump into the paragons. Right now I have movement speed. So on the core I have movement speed of 13% just because my boots is 12%, maxing me out at 25%. If you feel like you don't need it, you may not feel like you need it because you have Dashing Strike, plus you get a 20% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. But I'm one of those people who like to go. So I don't like stopping. Like, you know, some people will find a legendary ID. I just find legendaries, I store it, and then when I'm done my shift for the day, I'll play in Diablo 3. That's when I ID it all, because I'm just go. I don't give a fuck, just go. But if you feel like you don't need the movement speed, you can pump it all into dexterity. If you need life, go for life, but I think I would prefer dexterity. Don't even bother with maximum spirit. I mean, you get 50 extra maximum spirit, so you get 1 more Lashing Tail Kick out. What the fuck it do? Okay, yeah, you get 1 more in a bit. Anyways, offensive. Generally, what you want is crit hit damage first and crit hit chance second. But right now, I'm just doing attack speed until it gets to the point where crit hit chance is worth it for me. Because right now I receive more DPS with the 5% attack speed, but once I hit the 5% critical hit chance, I will receive more than I would with 10% attack speed. So right now I'm just working on attack speed because I'll receive more than I do with what I would get right now with the 25 points, which would be 2.5% crit hit chance. So anyways, crit hit damage and then crit hit chance if you want, or you can just go attack speed until you're ready to dump everything into crit hit chance. Anyways, moving on. Defense. Resist all is a must. Yeah, go for that first. Increases all of your resistances. You have a baseline of 250, so it's pretty fucking good. I went with armor. I felt that that was more beneficial. Maybe if you're one of those people who have very low health, like I do right now, maybe you can go into life percentage. But right now, you know, you only get half a percentage per point, so maybe that'll be something that I would invest into once I hit paragon 400, where I can just cap life percentage and resist all. But then after that would be armor and then probably life regen. So anyways, going on to utility, there isn't really much here. Life on hit is your must first. Go for that first. That's probably the most beneficial. This isn't really too resource cost heavy. Like I find you gain it back really fast anyways. So I kind of went for area damage to get some more damage out there. But again, you can play around with this. You can go with area damage first, or you can go with resource cost reduction. So the last part of this video, I'm going to show this build to you guys. I'm going to test it out for you guys, show it off, so it doesn't, just so you guys get a good idea of what exactly it can do. Let's go find an easy boss to get to. Belial's pretty easy to get to, and I know Belial used to be a pain in the motherfucking ass. Actually, it wouldn't be good because you won't be able to see the DPS that I do to it. So who's a good one? Someone that's easy to fucking get to. You know what? Let's go for Magdah. So basically, what I want you guys to just have a look at is just pretty much the buttons that I'm pressing. Ooh, Frenzy Shrine. I'm not gonna do that just because it'll kind of ruin the I guess the base DPS of what I'm trying to show off for you guys here. So, but you guys can get a good idea by like just how fast I burned down this T3 champion pack, or blue pack as some people like to call them. That's one down. Going into the next one, let's get some of my spirit back. Excuse me, and just go ahead and burn them down some more. There you go. You just saw a 22 mil crit there, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Alright guys, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and take on Magdah for you guys real quick, like. And you'll see, again, what I want you guys to keep an eye out for is the crits that I'm doing, the damage that I'm doing to it, and just how fast her HP burns down once I go into Epiphany. So here we go, going into Epiphany now, which again, which is fantastic for taking out AoE targets, great for like using against treasure goblins and stuff like that. Ooh, I'm on the wrong target there. Packs of treasure goblins or big packs of elite packs and stuff like that. You know, like taking out the additional mobs. Let me get out of there before that explodes on me. But there you go. Burned her down nice and quick. T3 as well. Again, I can use this build on T4 with a little bit more struggle, but it's not too bad. But I find that T3 is comfortable for this build anyways. And then one thing I've got to go over is the damage. 709,000 DPS right now. Sheet DPS anyways. It is 1.2 million EDPS for any of you guys wanting to know. I'll also link my D3 progress down in the description below so you guys can have a look at all that as well. 9.3 million toughness, but granted, the added toughness and damage does come from my enchantress because she has access to all skills, and 2 of her skills increases my armor and attack speed. So anyways guys, that's it for this. I hope you guys did just enjoy this little tutorial showing off the monk, the skill, the build, and all that stuff. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for this build, things I can change, things I could add, and so on and so forth. Maybe even gear to look out for that I don't even know about. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know if this build actually helped you improve your lightning monk down in the comment section below. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if this build did help you, make sure you hit that like button. And as always, stay dirty.